I do think we end up getting moments here that would be clippable that way. I need to figure out how to like record things from stream in a way that it's easy to export. I know like OBS has a feature for that. I just haven't fiddled with it. But yeah, I mean, Pirate Software is awesome. Thor's a really good dude. But also, like, he's got some clout. Like, he worked on amazing stuff. Right? He worked on StarCraft. He worked on a whole bunch of, like, Blizzard things. Like, people look for that type of authority. I don't have that type of authority. I'm just some streamer. So, it's a little tougher. Right? There's a reason Trash and Prime and, you know, like, anyone that's worked at Netflix had Netflix in their title because people look for that type of authority. I actively push against that type of authority because I don't like appeals to authority. I don't like, you know, listen to me because of what I say, not because of who I am. So yeah, I don't know. There is like, oh, there's a plugin. I think OBS has something built in now. Can he land a 360? I mean, a 360 is easy, right? Can he chuck a 720? I don't know if I can anymore, so we'll have to find out. We'll have to wait for a nice slushy day for some park. Do a barrel roll. But okay, let me get some music going. Be a whole lot cooler if I did. Let me pop out chat. That way I don't miss it like I did the other day. Sorry about that again, YouTuber. And there we go. All right, so what are we doing for Vexilla today? And what's up? How you doing, silly? How's the Madden treating you? Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to just play some like fun like one-on-ones, just to like chat and like discuss and whatever, right? That's a great way to get better. I'm gonna give you one real quick and easy tip. You're probably gonna want to look at like nickel formations, because that actually gets like sub linebackers, which are just safeties, into the linebacker position, right? So you can set your safeties as sub linebacker in your like specialists section of your roster, and then they actually like jump for the ball. EA massively nerfed linebackers, and they don't jump for the ball unless they have a specific ability called Lurk Artist. So, yep. There's a major reason why you're going to want to use like nickel formations or anything that puts safeties at sub linebacker. Right? They're going to be faster. They're typically taller. Like, there's a whole bunch of reasons just to use safeties at that linebacker position. I wouldn't say very easy, but it's pretty much like real football. You only got a few seconds to make your read and throw. Right? I mean, honestly, in the real NFL, you don't get ages of just sitting in the pocket. Pretty much, like, most NFL teams don't have a line that can actually protect the quarterback for that long. There we go. But anyway, yeah, we'll talk Madden over on Gaming Stream. Ooh, one more thing. When you're building your team, you're going to really want to focus on if you're a man coverage or zone coverage person. And then optimize for cornerbacks that have that stat. For a while, man coverage was OP. I still just didn't run it. I like zone. But it is easy to pick apart some zone schemes. So, you know, just depends. Defense is in a really bad place this year. Sure. Yep. All right, so looking at our site, we did some, like, you know, updates and made some of these a little nicer. It looks prettier. We lined up this side. Looks good to me. We'll want to create more guides. And based off of what we've done with DM Mulroy, I think I have some, like, more stuff I want to do for, like, creating a client SDK anyway. It's actually not bad. Yeah, I'll have to think about, like, other guides. But I think for now, let's dig back into, like, the Basil stuff. Possibly, maybe not Basil or Basil, but, like, the Docker stuff for the PHP. I think I end up needing to do the Docker thing for the PHP stuff anyway, because Basil doesn't take responsibility of switching PHP version for us. It'll use whatever's local, right? Not automatically. So yeah, let's go look at it. Let's close some of these tabs. Oh, hold on. Let's look at these. Any comments yet? Nope. And close that. Don't need that. Probably leave that open for now. We do have this open. Okay, perfect. We don't need this notes file. We can just not save that. So the part we care about next, let's look at where we are with the PHP code. Right, the Go stuff is done. Or not done, but like we got the Basil stuff working for that. Here we have created a Docker Compose file. This is just for us to run it locally to do our stuff. This would be the Docker Compose CI that we need to work on. It just needs to run composer test. However, oh yeah, if we look at, let's see, GitHub workflows deploy. We need to actually start our test server. So how do we want to do that? If we look at, let's say, GitHub action start server for other steps. So here's the gist. Let me explain what's going on. All right, we'll close this. Here we have a test server. I think it's npm run start. Yeah. So this needs to be running for our integration tests to actually work. CSS4 is a thing? Is it like an early proposal? Or is it like all these new things being ratified as, you know, like, hey, all these things that got approved, it's now CSS4. And yeah, Graham the DevRel is probably pumped on that. What is the right way to do this? I have a server that I want to have running in perpetuity for all my other tests to test against. Yeah, let's check this out real quick. And this is back in 2020 that this was proposed. It's still open, technically. But yeah, Chris... I don't know how to pronounce his name. I keep saying Coyer. I don't think that's actually it. It's probably like Coyer or something like that. Okay, I see. They got like statuses for like what is CSS4, what is CSS5. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I personally find the numbers kind of meaningless, right? CSS3 versus CSS4. Eh. I find less value in that. Because it's not like browsers are going to have 100% CSS4 compatibility immediately. They're going to do it feature by feature. Same way they do it with JavaScript. Right? So I don't even think like ES 2020 or ES 2023 is a worthwhile moniker. Like I think it's kind of just meh. But maybe what you're getting at is CSS4 could drop support for things. It's nice in theory, but browsers are not going to do that. Right? Some browsers still even support the marquee tag, right? So anyway, back to what we're doing. What's the right way to spin up this server? Yeah, I definitely don't want to do this because I want other steps to be able to hit this. I think that's it. I want to spin it up as a service. All right, so let's go look at GitHub Actions for services. I don't really need a container for it, though. Hmm. All right, so we're within a single job called deploy. So I think the fix is we need to create a service for this using a Docker container, right? So we would create a Docker file inside of our test server. Can we access that locally rather than right, just giving it a name? So I think so. My biggest problem here is they have a lot of like guide type material. It is a lot harder to find references, right? I just want to see a reference for what is allowed. And maybe this is the part that I'm looking for. Yeah, okay. So it's the workflow syntax, but it's buried. This is buried within their docs. Oh, looks like I have to push it up to Docker Hub. I think so. Okay, so the GitHub container registry is probably the right place to put this then. Ooh. Ears are back to the point where they want to pop. Oh, that's good. I like that. Nice. I think that's the real indicator of, yeah. Whew. That's the real indicator of coming through this disease. Just being able to manually, like, pop my ears. Now wait, what actions are being used that are not approved? Hmm. So I think those ones are actually fine. Oh wait, hold on. This is for doing both, isn't it? Yeah, so I only want to do... Oh wait, no, this is this part, right? Why do I need to do the login step? Oh, that's weird. Okay. Hmm. All right. So, yeah, this is the way we got to do it. So, wait, what is the metadata step for? Using Slack for version control? How does that even work? Yeah, Jason, that's an awful approach. Come on, man. Gross. Gotcha. Yeah, that's a bummer. All right, well, let's make it happen. That means I need to create the Docker file first. Oh, and yeah, I should just do a Docker init. All right, so I'm not doing that. Yeah, I think I have an older version of Docker. We don't need the tool anyway. I don't think I'm worried about the I don't think I'm worried about these issues. Right? The entire project's open source anyway, so like, meh. Here's the other thing. I could probably just use it directly and just run the command we want. How do I tell it what command to run? Maybe that's why I end up needing the custom Docker container. I think so, right? Oh, don't worry about the PHP part. I need to spin up this test server, right? npm run start, and I need it to be persistent so that every other thing can hit it. So I need to run it as a service within GitHub Actions. All I'm looking for is how to run that npm run test or npm run start on that container. But instead, I think I might need to still do a custom Docker file here and add the command or entry point or whatever, right? Whoa, take it easy. No need to yell. There you go. Yeah, I was hoping I'd be able to just not even have to publish and just run the service with a command, but it looks like you can't do that with GitHub Actions. Right, because when we look at services here, it doesn't have command as an option. I was wondering if options would be there, but that's for options for creating, right? Like via Docker create. So I think we still have to do this part. And then from there, I think it's just command npm run test or start. And yeah, Redbeard, thank you for that sub. Appreciate you. But that also means I need to publish this, which is such a weird extra step. I would also need a workdir? Really? It wouldn't just assume the top level that I'm in, where I'm creating this Docker file? Hold on. You're sure that's required? I could have sworn I've seen... I need npm run start. You mean the thing I have right there? Come on, man. Take it easy. Try not to backseat too hard if you're not even looking. I was almost positive you could pass just this as a string to command, though. I'm almost positive this is okay. All right. Just double checking. Take it easy, though. If you're starting to feel like you're trying to drive, that is too much. There's a difference between commands and suggestions, okay? Especially if you're not even paying attention to what I got. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'd have to build. That's right. Yeah. Oh. And now that's broke. Because I killed Rancher. So let's get Rancher back up. No, it wants to update. I don't think we need to. Maybe next time we start, it'll automatically update. I hope. Yeah, I think the array command syntax is more useful if you have like variables you want to pass to it, which I don't think we have. Or environment variables, I should specify. Yep. Yeah, that's annoying. I think that's a flaw in GitHub Actions. Maybe it's a way to prevent them from doing like excess builds, but really like the container's there. This just seems extra. But whatever. All right, looks like we're started. Wait. Why didn't that? Why is that not showing up in my list? Looks like it built. That could just be my cursed like setup here. Oh, I might need the dash all. That's it. Nope. Oh, maybe list is the wrong one. Oh, that's it. Okay. So ls was trying to filter. Why does it say 4 days ago? Yes, I know. We don't have any running images right now. No, I don't want containers yet because we haven't started the container for the image that we just built. I just did a docker build dot. I am looking for the image specifically. Like, seriously, guys, I've done Docker before. I'm not completely helpless here. Take it easy. Can you trust that I know what I'm looking for? Please? This will be a better interaction if you do. I am looking specifically for this image that got created. It's weird that it says 4 days ago. Does anyone have any insight into why that is that way? But please, have some faith that I know a little bit about what I'm doing. We will have better interactions if you do so. Yes, I have not started the container yet. I just built the image. This is literally the only command I have done recently that matters. I see the image. I know this is the ID because I see it right there. The only thing I'm curious about now is why it says 4 days ago. Okay, so because I don't have any other layers, right, other than work during command, it's basically this same exact image, and this was modified 4 days ago, right? And if we go look at the Docker thing, that would probably lend itself to that, right? Last push 5 days ago. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. I get that now. For some reason, I thought it would still give me an up-to-date timestamp of when it was actually created, but because we didn't add any extra layers, okay, I get that. That makes sense. Right, so now we haven't copied anything in. Oh, there you go. That's a good idea. I should remove this image, though. Docker rm that? Nope, no such container. Docker images rm? Oh, they actually created a container for it? Oh, because I guess I did try to run it. It just didn't work. That's right, that's right. All right, so instead, if I do a build and add a label. No, there isn't another container. It's the one that I just created. It just died, but it still existed and was stopped. Right? I forget how to do the label. Tag -T. All right. Docker prune? I mean, I don't want to prune everything. I might have been able to do prune to get the image and the container at the same time. I thought prune was for like a more of like a global process. It might even be Docker image prune, isn't it? Yeah. So I don't think prune is what I'm looking for. Would prune actually kill the container for it too? Oh, and I forgot there's an alias for removing images. Instead of Docker image RM, it's just RMI. Yeah, I don't want to clean everything. I just wanted to clean that one container. That one image. All right, so we've got the tag docker run module not found. Yeah. So we're not doing our install. And this will override this. Oh, we don't. Yeah, that's right. It's not going to have npm. Let me look at the dependencies here. Yeah, we don't depend on any of the other workspace stuff, so we should be good. Yeah, npm should be fine. And this is why GitHub probably forces the container registry on us, because they don't want to keep doing these npm installs over and over and over again, which makes sense. Sweet. Okay. So I think we got this Docker container as we need it. Oh, you know what I should do, though? We need to update this. Fix some more polish on the docs site. Get that pushed up. All right, so now this. Feet, add Docker file for test server. All right, so now in our, where is it? Oh, I got too much stuff open. Let's close all these. We'll start fresh. So yeah, this Docker file we'll leave for now. I think we're set. We got it working. So we're good there. The next part we care about is this deploy file. And that's probably where all right, what do we want to name this? This is going to be create test server image. Oh, and we should look at how they're recommending we do that in other places. We don't care about that part. We can get rid of that. As far as publishing this to the GitHub container registry, jobs, deploy, runs on. So we got that. The next part is permissions. Oh, that goes outside of steps. All right, so the next step, we do our checkout, and we need to log into here. Sure. We should make sure that this login action is up to date. And they recommend using a commit rather than version? That's weird to me. How do we feel about that? They recommend using commit. But I wonder if they're just out of date. Because no matter what, they can't change that v3 after it's been published. So I think we're fine. Right? Pretty sure GitHub actions after publish are immutable. Yeah, I'm going to call it good. I'm going to say v3. All right, so the next step, we need to actually publish, and that's in the instructions here. Docker metadata action. Nope, that ain't it. Ah, that's what it was. Okay. And they're at v5. I think I'm okay with just using the raw v5. Okay. I don't mind hard coding that at all. Now, where the hell is image name coming from? Could I just hard code that as test server? I'm pretty sure I could. Oh, hold on. Right, Vexilla test server. We're going to want to replace the push action too. So yeah, this part right here becomes just V5. So now the context. This actually needs to be something like // packages / test server. Let's go look at the Docker build push action. It's on V3 right now? Oh, they would say it here. Ooh, V5 now. So yeah, their docs over there are out of date. Oh, never mind. I was seeing V3 from these. Right. Yeah, that's another reason for why what Elon did for renaming it is a terrible idea, right? Because there's so many things where people talk about X. Do they mean X or do they mean Twitter, right? Or do they mean just something generic? For the most part, I will never call it X without prompting like this. It's Twitter. It'll always be Twitter. Elon is a smooth brain for trying to abandon that genericized name. Right? Even with Blue Sky and Threads, sending a message on those, you're basically going to call tweeting. Why would he abandon that branding? That's like Kleenex being like, yeah, we're kind of sick of the Kleenex name. We're going to call ourselves something different because we don't like the fact that people call other tissues Kleenex. It'd be like Band-Aid rebranding. Yeah, we're sick of the Band-Aid moniker. How dare other companies be associated with us? It's just so stupid. Very smooth brain. Hey, Swez, thanks for the bits. Appreciate you. Let's make sure. All right, so no comments over on YouTube yet. Cool. So hold on. This build push action, they're on 5.1? Would it be v.5.1.0? Or just v5? Oh, so maybe that's why they recommend pinning it. Because they could always introduce a minor version, and v5 is probably going to pull that in. I'm okay with it. But here's a very easy reason why you're never going to get a world free of X considered harmful posts. They get eyeballs. Right? People love drama. Even though we say we hate drama, people love drama. Right? Ipso facto, the OpenAI shit. Like, I'm already sick of it. But we're going to get people coming in here today like, have you heard the latest news about it? Because people want to feel like they're on the cusp of something cool and special happening. It's human nature, so it's hard to avoid. But just because it's popular doesn't make it good. And I think that's the biggest problem with what we have. So much of society associates popular with good. As a person who has pretty much never liked pop music, yeah, what's popular usually sucks anyway. I don't go skiing or snowboarding on weekends because that's when all the people are there. Right? I hate golfing on weekends. That's when all the people are there. Pretty much all of my favorite activities are better when less people are there. You know? It's like, it's weird. Besides streaming. I'd love it if more people were here. Right? So yeah, there's, okay. There's definitely a flaw in my logic there. I get it. So yeah, there is a clear conflict of interest. Being a person that is basically counterculture, but also someone that is trying to be like a content creator. There's a clear conflict of interest between those two mentalities. Whatever. Does it mean I'm going to change? Hell no. I still love streaming. But yeah, how's everyone's Monday going? What are y'all up to? Doing anything fun? Besides watching this stream? The week just started, man. It's Monday. Like, oh God, dude. Oh, that's not good. Sounds like someone's got a case of the Mondays. Nice. I got to use it. I got to say it. I got to do it. Hey, Lawrence, when you're at work, anyone ever say like, "Oh, sounds like someone's got a case of the Mondays"? Nah, man. Hell no. In fact, I do believe you get your ass kicked for saying something like that. All right, so let's keep going. Context is packages test server. Extract metadata for Docker? I feel like the metadata action needs something. Thanksgiving? No. Again, as a counterculture person, I'm not a big fan of what Thanksgiving stands for, other than the, hey, let's get together as a family kind of stuff. That sounds cool. I just live on the opposite coast as the rest of my family, so no. Like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. But one of my best friends from snowboarding, me and her used to just, it was like a tradition in which we'd wish each other happy smallpox blanket day. So yeah, I'm, bit of a curmudgeon. I actually miss that. That was one of my favorite, traditions. Turkey. Yeah, turkey's good. If done right. If done wrong, it's really dry, and then you just got to throw it in soup. My mom actually makes a really good turkey soup. That was a thing I used to look forward to a lot. Deviled eggs, sure. It's just a vehicle for ranch? Okay. I've never seasoned a turkey with ranch. Huh. Okay, hold up. Real quick. Let's pause, right? While we keep chatting. React Miami CFP. How many CFPs are we allowed to do? I think it's just one, right? Because they get so many people submitting. Let me double check this. Yeah, the mini masterclass. Right? Dev tools. This is about building a dev tool, basically. So, call for papers ends here. I don't see a thing saying I can only do one presentation, one submission. Covering dev tools, SaaS products, covering Yeah, I want to do this real quick before I forget. Oh, I missed the part where it said more than one. Perfect. Awesome, Tomed. Thank you. I missed that part. I totally missed that part. I am not local. So, yeah, hold on. In his streams, hold on, get the comment in there, right? Chris streams way too much on twitch.tv. In his streams, you can see a wide variety of tech content about building dev tools, software as a service products, and more. As a true polyglot developer, there is something for everyone. Ooh, listen to that marketing. Beautiful. Have I ever spoken at a conference? Yes-ish. I think it counts if it's pre-recorded and online. I think they all count. Twice. Manning Rust Conf online. Those are the big ones. Presentation title. Oh, there you go. Right? You spoke. Right? Words were audibly heard while you were at a conference. I think that counts, right? Presentation title, right? I'm aiming for the second day. Using ASTs for fun and profit. I don't know, that's like a working title. And they called it a mini workshop, right? Mini masterclass. We will write a script that parses your a React or Next.js project for env vars and make sure they are defined within Vexilla or other cloud provider. The goal is to surface missing env vars at deploy time rather than run time. Boom, right? So how do we feel about this? This mini masterclass will focus on using ASTs to improve your developer experience. We will write a script that parses a React or Next.js project for env vars and make sure they are defined within Vexilla. The goal is to surface missing env vars at deploy time rather than runtime. This is just a small example of the powers that ASTs can bring to your developer experience. Boom, right? Anything else I should add to it? Cool, yeah, thank you. Oh, requires a video though. ASTs are abstract syntax trees. I know, developer experience is a bit redundant. Boom. To improve our lives as developers. There we go, less redundant. Right, boom. So this mini masterclass will focus on using ASTs to improve our lives as developers. The start of the talk will cover what ASTs are, and then we will write a script that parses a React or Next.js project for env vars and make sure they are defined within Vexilla. The goal is to surface missing env vars at deploy time rather than runtime. This is just a small example of the power of ASTs. Maybe Vercel, Netlify, etc. Wait, what do you mean, Jason? When you say, is that my talk? What talk? Right? This will be a thing that I want to do. What happened to my talk at React Summit? It happened already. It's pre-recorded. The video should be live here eventually. I don't know when. Check the React Summit website for when those go live. Right? The live part already happened, but that was for people who had tickets. For people without tickets that want to watch it after the fact, should be live here eventually. I don't know when. So what conference is this for? Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea, Jason. I haven't kept up on that. I would say go check out React Summit and find out. What's up? Coffee and coding. So yeah, this is going to be for React Miami. And the reason I'm doing this is because it turns out React Miami will actually cover the plane flight and the hotel. That sounds amazing. I actually paid for myself at React Summit. So yeah. And this is just one of the ones that I'll submit. I'll probably also try and submit one for like feature flags for like the day one stuff. Maybe, Matt. I think it depends. Technically, I was part of the remote day for React Summit. So, yeah, like, you know, doesn't make sense for them to have to cover my hotel and flight. But this would end up being in person, and I think that's worthwhile. Oh, video not required. Right, they say the video's not required. Strongly encouraged, though. Should we do a quick recording? Yeah, all right, let's do it. Let's do a quick recording. Possibly, yeah. All right, so let's switch over. Oh, and I got the Alt F4 hoodie on. Nailed it. All right, so we'll do a quick, quick gist. I don't think we have to hit the, the full 2 minutes. Yeah, let's do a quick recording. All right, here we go. Hi, my name's Chris Griffin, and I think it would be great to cover abstract syntax trees and explain what they are, how they can make our lives as developers better and easier, and how they're used in various ways. So I'll do a very brief talk about, what they are, how they are used, popular things using them, how you could make things using ASTs yourself. And I would also then like to go into creating a tool using abstract syntax trees. That tool will simply identify environment variables that might not be defined, especially at your deploy time. Because if your environment variables aren't defined for something like a form submission on your website, you won't know until someone tries to submit that form. Because type safety for environment variables, while possible, does involve some extra steps, and not many people actually go through that step. So I would like to cover, I have built a tool that does a check of your code for environment variables and does it at command line time and can be used with Vexilla and Netlify. In this masterclass or mini masterclass, I would like to actually remake a small portion of that tool without some of the edge cases and show people a practical usage of ASTs because they're a bit abstract, no pun intended, that I think it's worth covering an actual use case for it. Yeah, I didn't like that. We're gonna restart it. We're gonna do one or two more takes. How do we like how I was going with that? Any feedback so far besides like the ums and ahs and ugh of it? So that's a good first draft. Yeah, it didn't seem that bad. Again, right? They're not saying it has to be perfect. It can be very casual and imperfect. So I'm okay with it. Do we think I missed anything? Do we think I could phrase things better? Or did I just nail it first try? This is just for the committee. Yeah, it's not going to be published. It's just for them to like understand what we're talking about. Yeah, my phrasing, like I minced my words a little bit. Not as solid as the first half. I get that. Did I get my point across properly? Is there anyone left wondering what would be covered? It was not a practice speech. If we're thinking that's good enough, I'd be happy to not spend any more time on it. Ooh, so H. Mendoza, I do think it's worth covering what they are because people don't know what they are. Good enough? Hold on, let's do it. Let's put it to a poll. Good enough? Yep. Yep, or do it again. What do we think? Because it's one of those things where, like, I could do dozens of takes before I find one I'm okay with. Anyone who was on my stream, on gaming stream yesterday, knows how many takes it'll take for me to be, like, satisfied. So, keep in mind as well, H. Mendoza, that they have this text right here as well. So, the video and the text are meant to complement each other, rather than one living on its own. I'm pretty sure. I don't know for sure. I have no idea. I'm guessing. I'm guessing here, man. But I don't know. At least as far as I understand it, they should just complement each other. What's up, Mighty Dev? I mean, you know, coffee and coding, that sounds like an assumption. And when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you an umption. I'm just having fun. I just wanted to make that quote. If you haven't seen The Long Kiss Goodnight, it's really good. It's one of Shane Black's best films. If you don't know who Shane Black is, he's the guy that directed, or who wrote The Last Boy Scout and a whole bunch of films. I think he wrote Lethal Weapon as well. He was the guy with glasses, Hawkins, in Predator. In the movie As Good as It Gets, he's like the restaurant owner that kicks out Jack Nicholson from the restaurant. He directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Yeah, Shane Black is amazing. I know. I'm just having fun. Yeah, I get it, coffee and coding. I get it. I just wanted to do the quote. That's all. I love that quote. Samuel L. Jackson says it in The Long Kiss Goodnight. Anytime you can quote Samuel L. Jackson, you do that. But all right, people think that was good enough. Thank you. Appreciate you. We're going to, find this vid and copy it over. Let me get to the right scene here. You're drinking some coffee right now. Nice. All right, so let me go find this video real quick, copy it to where I need it. Ooh, this is some serious gourmet shit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. If I wanted to hear how good my coffee was, like, yeah, for sure. That's a good scene. Good call. Very good call. All right, so I copy this. I don't have a good way of airdropping it. I could do it on, yeah, hold on. Let me upload it to Google Drive. Oh, I need to rename it, though. All right, uploading that. Let me go grab it. How do I just download it? Do I have to click it? Where the hell's the download button? Oh, there it is. Oh, I think they needed to do it. There was a download button? Did I just miss it? Well, whatever. We got it now. Hidden unless you hover over it? Yeah, I mean... Oh, it's one of the icons. Oh. So, hold on. I wonder if they were scanning it first before I could download it? Because I didn't see the download button there a second ago. So I wonder if they hide that until they're done scanning it. Well, I know this icon's only there, but even here in the list, I didn't see download ahead of time. I only saw open with and then like the share stuff. So I think these three, they wait on until they're done scanning. I'm not positive. I'm just guessing. Are you sure? Now it's the same menu. So yeah, the ... and the right click are the same menu. So yeah, I'm almost positive they just hide this until it's done being processed. Almost positive. Oh, and I could even do it directly from Drive? Oh, that's even funnier. Ha. Well, whatever. Well, no, it's not like at download. It's like you upload it, and that's just the upload, and then they do an asynchronous process of verifying the upload and scanning it for malicious whatever. And I think during that malicious scan is when the download button is not available. Yeah, I just uploaded it. Just now. like a second ago. Yeah, exactly. See, I think they were still in the process of scanning. Let me just do. I mean, who cares? Y'all know what my email is. Y'all have seen it. It's on my GitHub even. So like, there's no hiding that. It's fine. I want to. Where could I post this? Could I post this here? Yeah. All right, let's just post it. I think we're good. All right. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like that. Thank you all for letting me go through that process real quick. If you all have any like talks or presentations you want to submit for React Miami, could be cool. Yeah, I feel good about that. Thank you all for letting me do that. I really like how open you all are to just getting distracted and doing some random things. Let's get back to building out the build process for this. We need to get these pushed up. Is there a step that I'm missing? I think we're kind of good, but I wonder if this part, I wonder if that ends up needing like a context as well. So real quick, I got to go pee. So I'm going to go use the restroom, and I'll be right back. I'll see you in a sec. Alrighty. Anyhow, what's everyone up to today? How's your Monday treating you? Trying to get a job, Mr. Hours? Yeah, it's tough. Getting that first one, tricky. Coffee and Coding, you're working on a Bun and Astro project and a Flutter app. Awesome. I just want to throw this out there. You should probably get familiar with WordPress. There are so many jobs for WordPress dev out there. And WordPress can be done in a majorly modern way. If you want to build a plugin for WordPress that interacts with the Gutenberg editor for like making posts, etc., that's React. You're going to actually be making a React plugin. So it's actually really cool. You can consume WordPress in a headless way, like Contentful or any other like headless CMS. So you could use Astro to consume WordPress content, no problem. There's a lot of power to it, and I would recommend giving it a shot, checking it out, seeing how you like it, because there are so many jobs out there for it, and it's a great way of getting at least your first job, right? Getting a job as a dev makes it easier to hire you for the next one. And I think there's a lot of people that overlook WordPress these days just because of the memes and influencers. And influencers have pretty much forgotten what it was like to get their first dev job. They have forgotten how hard it is to break into the industry. So yeah, just a random thing. I'm not saying dedicate your career to it, but understand how it's a useful tool to accomplish the job. It is Coffee and Coding. Yeah, I was a snowboard bum for 10 years after high school, right? 18 to 28, snowboarding 200 days a year. Best time of my life. But during that entire time, I don't think I made more than 12 grand a year. So yeah, changing career into dev is what I did. And the way I did it was WordPress, Magento, got into a company that they were doing WordPress, Magento type, sites, etc., but they wanted to break into application development. And I also wanted to break into application development. So it was like a cool synergy of their goals and my goals. And they already had clients lined up and everything for those types of projects. It was awesome, right? I got to grow with the company that hired me, which was awesome. Yep. Yeah, making custom plugins is a hugely useful way rather than just installing some BS plugin. Yep, there's a lot of really interesting stuff that you're going to learn. Eventually, you might end up building out your own tables inside of the WordPress table for some crazy custom functionality, right? Some SQL stuff. Boom. Yeah. The first not the first interview, but the interview I had that got me my first job, they were looking for a contract to hire to just knock things out. So the only technical question they even asked me was, if I wanted to write a SQL statement to query the WordPress database for all the users, how would I do that? What would that statement look like? I did one very specific thing. I said, well, you didn't say what fields you need, so the statement would look something like select star from WP_users. That was such a genius question to ask as far as vetting my knowledge of plugin development, WordPress, SQL in general, right? No, it's not even star from user. It's WP_user. If you're not aware of the typical prefix for WordPress, it kind of hints that you don't know much about WordPress, huh? So that is what the person did. They knew that I knew how the database was structured. They knew that I knew how to write a SQL statement. they knew that I knew how to ask, what fields do you want, instead of just select star, right? It was like a single question that checked a bunch of boxes for them to make sure that I wasn't a bullshit artist, for the most part. It was a genius question to ask. It was one question that checked all the boxes he needed to know about whether I was capable of doing the job. It was genius. I still highly respect Steve, is the person who did that at the job. Very smart dude. Very fun to talk to and chat with. And yeah, he's extremely smart, but he's also not someone who's going to pretend everyone around him is stupid. It was really cool. So yeah, I don't know. Steve was probably my favorite person at that company. Exactly. Code rank or hacker rank or, some leak code problem. Right? That tells you nothing about a person as a developer. Other than, yeah, they can do leak code. Man, if that company wanted to hire me back as like a DevRel kind of content creator, I'd be in. I'd be totally down. But no, I definitely left them at a weird moment under totally legal circumstances, but somewhat auspicious circumstances too. So I would get it. That's why I haven't even bothered trying. We've had a couple of those previous coworkers come in here too, from that company. It's always fun to chat with them. Oh, Jason, I see you've dealt with Go developers. Go developers love saying, oh, maybe you just haven't read the docs. You. How does that help me, motherfucker? Yeah. So, that's always fun. So yeah, I'm glad I got that out of the way. I have more submissions I want to do toward React Miami. I think it'd be fun to go to React Miami. That'd be a blast. I haven't been to Florida as an adult either. Yes, I used to live in Florida. I think we lived near Jacksonville somewhere. I remember nothing about it. I was pre-kindergarten. Super young. I think I was even younger than that. I must have been I think I was 4. The fact that I even have a memory from Florida is kind of crazy. I remember seeing we had snow on the ground, which is extremely rare, and I remember seeing a raccoon like on our like car, right? Like on the bumper of our car or something. It is kind of strange. I think I might be like the snow whisperer because when we moved out of Texas, a snowstorm hit too. Coincidence? All right, let's get back to building this out. Yeah, I need to look at this metadata action again because I think I'm missing something. Boom, context. Here we go. Yes, I need to add the context. Am I misunderstanding what context is? I think I am. Oh, usage. Hold on. Oh, I see. Yeah. So I already did the checkout, which means context would be the dot, and then, like, technically it would just be the path that I want to pass to it. So we're doing context right for the build push action. I think I'm misunderstanding how the metadata action works, though. Maybe I don't need to worry about it for the metadata action. I'm not sure where it's extracting any of this. I think we can just leave it for now. And hey, what's up, Codespace? How you doing? Yes? What are you saying yes to? Are you just saying you like the band? Yes? Yeah. No, they're great, for sure. One down, one to go, another town, one more show. But yeah, what are you up to? Anything fun on this Monday? And I mean that for anyone, right? We had some people chime in on what they're doing. What's everyone else up to? Yeah, so I think we're good. Ooh, tags is something I gotta update, though. Oh, and we're extracting that from here. So we end up doing the build and push. All right, how do we define our services now? Services get defined on the job, not the steps. All right, so then the container we're making is named what? I think this is the wrong name. Let's try this. All right, so we'll get that pushed up, and I think we're good. Let's go see if it'll blend. I don't think it'll blend. Oh, we got a failure here already? Oh, the compose up failed? Okay, so the way we're doing our PHP custom volume is no good. I want to see if we get the other part working. And then, yeah, we got to figure something out for that other part. Now, hold on. May require Docker login. So I think it technically just doesn't exist. We got the login right here, though. Wonder if that part's required. Oh, really, Ashelia? I wasn't expecting you to fiddle with that. Oh. Oh, thank you. Yeah, let me go look at it. One sec. Yeah, if we can avoid having to publish, that would be great. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Ashelia. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm sorry I pushed back so hard earlier. We just had so many people trying to backseat. And I think they were missing what I was trying to do that I had to put my foot down a little bit. Right? When I got like so many different like instructions coming from so many different places and they all seem to be missing what I'm actually trying to do, I do get a little overwhelmed. So, yeah, that's on me. I need to react better. Oh, so you can actually do a daemon run? Really? You could do a Docker run -d? Oh. I don't consider that hacky. Yeah, we should have just tried that. Shit. Huh. Oh, yeah, the sleep 5. Right. That gets a little meh. Okay. I mean, could be worse. Right? But what if it ends up taking longer than 5? Do you get like a brittle environment? But if you do a 10, are you sleeping for too long most of the time? I do think it's cleaner than, right? Like, who cares about this image that we're making, right? Look at your actions. Yeah, one sec. It is working. Nice, nice. Right? This is the output. That's like the ID or whatever. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, exactly. Wow, you've been working on this for like an hour, too. Aw. Thank you, Ashelia. I really appreciate that. Yeah. So this'll actually work. Yeah, this'll work just fine. Yeah. But here's also a thing. Like, you could probably use this for your job at some point. So it wasn't like a wasted effort. Learning and understanding more about how to do this with the GitHub Actions, yeah, that's a huge win. Right? Just, yeah, better understanding. So, awesome. No worries. Yeah, thank you for chilling. Appreciate the effort. Yeah, I might heavily consider this. I wonder if it would be worthwhile just like adding a random sleep without doing like the curl part here. Like if I just add a step that is a sleep just to allow this to spin up, then would my Basil build like be able to like, or Basil test technically be able to use that? I might not even need it with how long the Basil build takes. Could just make sense to, yeah, like the build's definitely going to take long enough that who cares? Yeah, exactly. So that might be worth it too. And I think it's cleaner than all of this junk. Yep. Yeah, have a good night. Cheers. And good work on the open source stuff. Nailed it. Yeah, I guess now we're at the point. Do we want to put in the effort to make this work using the pushed image just because it's, you know, better for us for understanding to make it work than not? And hey, what's up, TJ? How you doing? And hey, YouTuber! Checking in to upvote what? What are you upvoting? What did I do? What did I mess up? But yeah, how you doing, YouTuber? Yeah, thank you for the lurk over there. That was only a couple minutes ago. I didn't miss it too much this time. Hey there, YouTubes. Yeah, I think we can do what Ashelia pointed out. I think I like that more. No, Jason, it was just like 2 minutes ago, right? I can see the timestamp. They were just saying to like upvote the YouTube stream. They most likely gave it a like. I think that's what they mean by upvote, which I really appreciate. Thank you. We got a couple lurkers over there. So yeah, lurkers over on YouTube. You're helping me out. We're at like 1,400 something watch hours now. That's awesome. Ooh, that's awesome. Yeah, like, you know, the thumbs up. Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you, YouTuber. Oh, I see what they're doing here. Okay, so this is where they establish the work directory, and then they do a volume of the data that gets passed in there. I think the volume is a better option than like a copy in my Docker file. Yeah, so I can leave that. That's fine. This would end up being, instead of node index.js, it would just be npm run start. And the rest looks pretty good. So I think I could actually just delete that Docker file too. So we remove the Docker file and the GHCR steps, and then add step for running server directly. Oh, there you go, YouTuber. I mean, I didn't realize YouTube had that power. That's even cooler. So wait. Hold on, Jason. Oh, and thank you for liking the YouTube stream. Appreciate you. Wait, what do you mean by someone you knew used bots on YouTube? And you think the audio channel for music never makes it to YouTube to begin with? I can't remember if I have it set that way. I thought I did, but I haven't listened before. I haven't double-checked my VODs. I mean, so YouTuber, do you hear music right now? Oh, I guess you're saying there's a config option that you have set. Oh, I actually... For some reason, I don't see the music coming through on YouTube right now. Oh. Nah, but I've had the music going through on YouTube before. Oh, interesting. No, so I'm using totally royalty-free music on YouTube, right? I'm using royalty-free music right now because I was worried about, like, copyright. But for some reason, it's not making it through. And it used to. So I'm not sure what I changed or how I broke that. We used to get music coming through. No. So YouTuber, I'm uploading directly from my PC. And no, I don't see any audio coming through from that channel. Yeah, I'm not going through Twitch and then YouTube. I'm going from my PC to both. Now, granted, I'm doing that through different bits of software, but that's weird. Yeah. We used to have it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. No, so here's the thing. I am using White Bat Audio. They are fully copyright safe. YouTube's actually dealing with a bunch of like lawsuits against people that have been doing fake copyright strikes. But the music I'm using is absolutely 1000% copyright safe. Only reason I'm using it is because I'm going to YouTube right now. If I was on Twitch, yeah, like none of the music I play shows up in my VODs on Twitch. Yeah, that is weird to me. Yeah, super weird. Okay, so hold on. Yeah, let me try and understand what you're saying. So YouTube knew he was using bots for views, so when he stopped his real numbers that were between 2 to 5K, it's now under 500. Oh, because they're still, like, penalizing him for the fact that he used to bot? Gotcha. Yeah, I used to watch Hearthstone streams, and there's this one dude that was obviously view botting. And when he got called out, he basically had to like stop streaming. It was gnarly. Right? He'd have numbers similar to like Criparian, you know, or Crip or whatever his name is, right? But nowhere near as good of a content and nowhere near as good of a player. So like, yeah, it was like really obvious he was view botting at one point. For the most part, just be ethical in what you do, and it'll work out fine for you. The same people that viewbot streams are the same type of people that are like, oh, hey, can you do some like SEO magic for my website to get me like placed higher? You know what the magic is? Providing good content. That's it. Anything other than that, Google will fuck you. Like, so bad. There were horror stories back in the day of websites that were doing some SEO, like black magic bullshit. And the moment Google fine-tuned Panda or Penguin or whatever they named it, right? Whatever they call their like algorithm for checking for spammy links. When they changed that, entire websites disappeared off of Google search, which means they basically disappeared off the internet. Right? Just don't chance it. It's not worth it. At all. The only valid SEO is good content. Even a snappy website isn't as good as good content. If you have a bad website, as long as you have good content, you're good to go. Look at CNN and shit like that, right? They got terrible SEO, like actual like snappy website performance. Awful website performance, but they have good content. Ooh, Restarted is chiming in saying they worked at a company that got screwed by the Penguin or Panda update. What, like 10 years ago or something like that? Yeah, I remember reading all about it. And I remember chatting with customers or potential customers when I was freelancing that were like, ooh, hey, and can you do some of this like crazy stuff? I don't care if it's ethical. And that was the moment I knew I didn't want to work for that client. Yep. Yeah, exactly. So YouTuber, when it comes down to that, they will treat it as like, well, who gets ranked higher type stuff. But they're going to rank you on your content first. Content is king. If you have great content, you don't have to fight with your like performance, etc. If you are the de facto standard for whatever content you provide, your site can actually be a bit shit. Now, if you're fighting for headlines against other news organizations, then yes, you should focus on your time to first byte and some of those SEO metrics. But your SEO performance is second to almost every other metric they do. The SEO is simply like a deciding factor. Right? If it's a tie, better SEO might win. To a degree, YouTuber, but Google will rank good content with a bunch of shitty ads way higher than mediocre content with 0 ads. Right? For the same set of keywords. Google cares more about like backlinks than they want to let you believe. Other sites linking to your content is one of the biggest and best things that you can do. Right? So partnering with other organizations and having them cross-link your content is actually one of the biggest wins. Backlinks is a massive, massive thing that they don't necessarily want everybody to know is something they weight highly. Because it's easy to game. You can just create a bunch of separate websites, make sure they're on different servers, and point them at each other and some other stuff, and bam, right? Google thinks that, hey, this is some good backlinked content. Now, they look at the variety of websites that backlink to your site, and if it's always the same websites, well, yeah, they know you're scamming them. But yeah, their algorithm is so complex. Don't pretend to understand it, because the moment you do understand it, they're going to change it. And instead, just focus on good content. That's true too, YouTuber. Yeah, I get you. So YouTuber, hold on. For everyone from Twitch that's hearing me talk to YouTuber, you can't see their comments. Basically, here's what they've said recently. So, true, but you can get penalized for bad time to first byte, right? And it depends upon how good your content is and how many people are linking to it. Right? So then from there, true, but Google will prefer the site which displays the banner ads 2 seconds before the slowpoke, right? I don't know about that. Right? And then their other comment was, I hope that's still true. I remember how Google was 15 years ago. It was amazing. Now I feel that Google doesn't show me the links I want. They show me the link they want me to want. That is partially true. They show the links that the majority of people searching for that thing want. Not you specifically, but other people. What links do they click more often when they search for a term, right? The amount of people clicking that link makes it rank higher. That's also a big thing. Yeah. Google is also like incentivized to focus on the reader because the better your content, the more likely their ads on that content are going to be seen, right? Because you're going to spend more time on that article. The more time you spend on an article, the more time you have to see whatever shitty like AdSense banner ad is in the sidebar, right? So Google is incentivized to also pick websites that show their banner ads, but they're incentivized to pick websites that you're going to stay on longer that can show those ads for longer. At the end of the day, just simply understanding Google's motivations will help you understand what SEO matters, right? Good content causes people to read and stay on a website longer. And that in turn means that there's more time for you to possibly see whatever ads that website is showing. And Google is in the ad business. They are a search engine, sure, but that is tangential to the ad platform that makes them all their money. There's a reason Flutter exists. It's not because it's technically the best. It's because they needed people to be familiar with Dart so that they can hire for their ads platform, because the ads platform is Dart. Angular Dart only exists because the ads platform is Dart. The ads team uses Dart, so Google is incentivized to promote Dart so that they have a bigger hiring pool. Right? Flutter could have been written with any language. Seriously, Flutter could have been written with anything that offers a good, clean binding to Skia, which is the rendering primitive of Dart, which you can totally use with React Native. But no to SEO. I get you there, Jason, but you already did SEO by handling performance, deferring resources, optimizing images, right? When you're talking about like content and keyword placement, that's actually never a developer's job, right? That's the content team's job. Yeah, React Native Skia absolutely exists, on. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. God, what's the bald dude that does awesome YouTube React Native content? Like William Kendione or something like that. I know I'm pronouncing his name wrong. I'm sorry, William. But yeah, that dude covered Skia like 2 years ago, right? With React Native, right? Because Skia is just a library. It's just a thing you can bundle in with any native binary. Sure, man. Fuck it. Who cares? Right? That's been a thing for ages. If you want to do Flutter-like content with React Native, yeah, you can do it, man. It's just Skia. Right? React Native doesn't use it by default. It's just an option you have if you want to do that animation-heavy style logic, right? Animation heavy UI. You'd mostly forgotten about Dart? I mean, again, YouTuber. Google hasn't, because the ads team is still Dart, and it'll likely never change. The ads team is what makes Google all their money. They'd love it if GCP was actually a profit center. I still don't think it is. I know they're trying. Oh, they'd love it if GCP was actually a profit center. I think at best, GCP breaks even. It's why they open sourced Borg as Kubernetes, because it's the number one way you might actually convince people to migrate from AWS to GCP. If they integrate Kubernetes onto AWS, migrating to GCP isn't actually that big of a deal anymore. Same reason why Azure partnered with Google to make Kubernetes a thing, right? Microsoft would still be fucking pushing Mesos if Kubernetes didn't exist. But instead, Mesos has been basically deprecated. Yep. Yeah, Microsoft and Google partnered together because it's the only way they're going to compete with the AWS behemoth. I've had this argument with someone at meetups before, to which they just said, no, Kubernetes is just an orchestration layer. They didn't mean to try and combat AWS with it. And then Honeypot came out with their documentary that basically proved me right. I love being right. I'm wrong all the time, so being right's a nice special thing. Yeah, exactly, YouTuber. You don't spend those kind of resources for no reason. Yeah, for sure. See, I like your name, YouTuber, because people might think I'm like just talking to YouTube in general. No, I'm talking to a specific viewer on YouTube named YouTuber. But it at least like lets chat know like, well, hold up, where's this person's comments coming from? Oh yeah, YouTube. So yeah, I really like the fact that your name is not just you, it's also the platform I'm chatting at too. For sure, it's pretty good. Hey, Zayu, what are you up to? Shit. Ooh, did you mess with some Party Kit stuff? I haven't messed with Party Kit yet. I just realized in a video I recorded most of the content for yesterday that Babel plugin macros, the second highest contributor is Sunil Pai. So yeah, that's kind of funny. 5-day watch streak? Not here. I didn't stream on this channel yesterday. They just mean like 5 days that I've been live, I guess. Okay. I get it. I get it. The Madden intro? Ooh, are you playing some Madden now, silly? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Damn right. You were the one viewer that Zayu had. Working with Babel? Oh, no. So the Babel thing I was talking about is for like macros in JavaScript, TypeScript. Lady Blue Notes was on my stream yesterday and saw me record all of this content. It turns out I have one more section I want to record, so I couldn't release it today. I didn't even finish editing, but right, you know how I did like the talk about like the macro and like what it's doing? I didn't actually talk about how I consume that macro. So I need to record a section probably tomorrow morning about how I'm consuming the macro via a script and how ASTs play into it. So I got one more section to record. And then hopefully I can release the video tomorrow sometime. But yeah, it's about like, you know, macros in JavaScript, TypeScript. There's Sweet.js, Babel plugin macros, Bun has macros natively, and then I talk about like a weird hacky technique that I'm using for what is pretty much a macro. Zayu rated the Twitch stream. Yes, sorry there, YouTuber. YouTuber, are you familiar with Zayu's content as well? If not, I'll happily give you the link. I can copy it over there. You're not? Okay. Well, yeah, let me link their Twitch stream at the very least. I'm sure there's links to their like YouTube stuff and some other stuff that you can get eventually. So here's the link to their Twitch channel at least. Maybe give them a follow. The delete button videos? Yeah. I know. Like, Zayu, do you have a link to your YouTube stream as well? Or not stream, but YouTube channel? I'll happily link that out to YouTuber as well. Yeah, just go ahead and paste it here in chat. And again, hold up. Zayu, you should definitely apply to the content engineer thing for a clerk. I'm not going to apply to that job. I think I would be more applicable for a clerk for like contract stuff. So yes, I think you would be a great fit. I think Sarah would be a great fit. I think you all would be a better fit than I. Right? If you do end up getting that job, we can always do collabs as a contract kind of thing. I think that would be better. All right, you already applied. You did 2 rounds of interview at clerk. Awesome. Sick. Yeah, I don't think I'm a fit for like the full-time gig. I would love to do subcontract stuff though. Interesting. Yeah, no worries, Zayu. Have a good one. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. Ooh, Zayu, do you not have your YouTube link in your About section on Twitch? If you already left, well, you missed out on that comment. Because, yeah, YouTuber commented on that and mentioned that maybe you don't have that link. Actually, hold on. Let me look at this. What is it? Clerk.dev? Clerk.com. Ooh, they locked down the dev too. That's a very smart move. Oh, I didn't realize they were led by Madrona. Yeah, Madrona is a really cool investment firm. I've been at their offices before for something random. I think, actually, my absolute first presentation at a meetup ever was at Madrona for the Node.js meetup here in Seattle. I talked about Koa because Express didn't support async await yet. Yeah, that was a good talk, man. Trip down memory lane with that. Oh, looks like they made a decision about the content engineer thing because they don't have the content engineering role anymore. There we go. Nice. Looks like they made a decision. Otherwise, the role would still be there. Yeah. The role would still be there. Yep. So even if I wanted to apply, I couldn't anymore. All right, let's get back to what we're looking at. We do this, we get that started. This should actually run its thing, but we're going to run into an issue with that, but we should at least see this like start up. So we remove the Docker file. We're going to see that our build is failing. Wait, what? Oh, nope. I forgot that part. I forgot to read something. There we go. All right, so we expect this to still fail. I just want to make sure that that server is running, right? But we don't have our test running within the PHP container, and that's where we have some work to do. Ooh, and Lady Blue Notes, if you're still out there, Yeah, I applied to the 1Password gig. That one seems cool too. Applied to that one just earlier today. And yeah, anyone that might have just showed up, anyone that wasn't here earlier when I asked, what you up to on this nice fine Monday? Anything fun? Anything cool? About to make some coffee? That's a bit on brand. I feel like it'd be a little upsetting if you said you're about to have a Red Bull or something. Right? Come on. You know? About to have an Earl Grey tea? How dare you? Like, yeah, just kidding. All right, we've gotten 2 minutes into it, which means we made it past a lot of that. Our Basil build stuff should be going. I think we fail out at the compose action down here, but the Basil build, or Basil build, is continuing along. Right? Our Rust stuff works. Our Go stuff works. I ran into issues trying to do the PHP Basil stuff, so we just did a Docker Compose or Docker container there. We need to fine-tune what's in our Docker Compose or Docker file. I forget which part they're complaining about. We'll look at the error. We should progress past the Basil build just fine. Warnings are okay. Ish. Yeah, we might want to fine-tune our output to do snake case for these. It would be the right way to go. But yeah, the Basil stuff looks good so far. Once we get our PHP test running, right, it still won't succeed, but we need to have it run. Yep, so then we fail out at the compose action. And it's having an issue. Yeah, it's having an issue parsing the PHP custom stuff and the volumes for it, basically. They hate this part. Oh, so they're saying I might need to escape the interpolation? Okay, so I don't think I understand this error. All right, so this is where I'm a little lost. Do I need to escape the dollar sign with another dollar sign? And I think they're saying actually dollar sign dot. That seems weird. I don't think it's actually the dollar sign dot. I just think that's how they are surfacing the error. Yeah, I don't think that's it. Right? What we're seeing here in the error output is actually just concatenating this. Right? So that's where the slash n is coming from. It's a new line. I think I might need to be passing a value to the compose action, right? To actually expose the env properly. Ooh, Jason. Yeah, that sounds fine. Yeah, that sounds actually kind of fun. Nice. So this is the action that we're using for our Docker compose logic. I don't necessarily see a way of passing env stuff, but actually I do. Yeah, we might have to do the env part there. All right, so we'll get that pushed up. Let's see if this actually builds as we're expecting it to. We see the basil build part. While that's going, I do need to go use the restroom again. I done did broke the seal. So let me go use the restroom. I'll be right back. While this builds, we'll see if the compose action succeeds. I kind of doubt it will, but it's worth a shot. So yeah, I'm going to go use the restroom. I'll be right back. I'm going to pour more water while I do so, and I will see you in a sec. BRB. Alrighty. So yeah, that sounds fun, Jason. Anyone else got any fun projects they're working on? Now, yep, this did not build. Oh, they are saying that an extra escape could be worth it. Oh. Huh. Oh, no. Never mind. I had the extra escape there. That was not it. Oh, you're thinking I need like another dollar sign? Okay. So the dot was no good. But you're saying like the $2 move would be the move? Double dollar? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we'll throw it up. We'll let it like fail out one more time. I do feel like a bunch of this stuff should have been cached. So for some reason that basil build takes longer than it should because a lot of that should have been cacheable. All right, so we see this build going. We actually expect that one to fail again because maybe I messed up. We should see a second one going too. And we can let them run. We can pour another beverage while we're waiting. We chilling. We big chilling. Here's one thing I remember hearing at React Summit where it might be a good idea to get my foot in the door as like an engineer for this stuff. Demetrius Clark, the head of DevRel at Clerk, interesting like last name, business name, kind of like, you know, mixture there. He mentioned he really wants an Astro integration for Clerk. That sounds right up my alley. I could do that. How hard could it be? I could make that. That wouldn't even be hard. I really, really want to get into a job in which I'm making integrations like that, in which I'm making SDKs, in which I'm building something that is dev focused, but also like totally okay to make here on stream. Now, would I have to drink less whiskey? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not drinking whiskey during the job portion of the stream. That's fine. I can do that. I can do that just fine. I just simply don't have a job right now, so why would I not drink the whiskey? Ooh, WDD, whiskey-driven development. Patent pending. Currently I am sipping on Four Roses. This is a giant Four Roses bottle. Like, massive. I like bourbon, for the most part. Irish whiskey is great. I'm not much of a Scotch drinker. That said, Jadwa gifted a Johnny Walker Double Black and that was delicious. That was some fantastic scotch. It wasn't too peaty. It was just right. Now, granted, I was mixing it with Coca-Cola, so but I did taste it without the Coca-Cola, and it was great. Yeah, it's a solid whiskey. Yeah, Johnny Walker Double Black is solid. The Hibiki's not bad. I've had the Toki before. I haven't had the Hibiki. Yeah, Suntory Toki is a bit like scotchy. Like it's a very heavy corn content. Like it's almost like moonshiny. I mean, the first one failed. Let's let this one fail too. We got time, you know. You collect whiskey to sell later? Interesting. So yeah, I got like a sports card and comic book collection. You got a whiskey collection. All right, that's cool. That works. I'd be far more tempted to fuck up my whiskey collection than I would be to fuck up my sports card and comic book collection. Right? Like, I can actually read my comic books and they're still valuable. I can use my comic books as they were intended and they still retain their value. Same can't be said for my whiskey. All right, so here we go. Oh. Okay. So I think we're on the right track. Yeah, I think you were right there. Coffee and coding. I think you're the one that said that. Yeah. Yeah, so the $double seems right. But I got like another issue. Let me double check this too, right? Yes, invalid interpolation format, right? So we're interpolating properly, but we're not finding the image we're expecting. So now this is a separate issue where we have this Docker file, but we have not built the image for it yet, right? So it's obviously going to fail. Right? Our Docker Compose YAML for this junk is fine. Technically, this junk. Huh. Now hold on. Wouldn't the build command here build it out as an image called PHP custom? So invalid compose project. Undefined volume. All right, let's close some of these tabs. I don't think they're correct at the moment. Compose up failed service PHP custom refers to undefined volume. So it seems to me like GitHub Workspace is not being interpolated properly. Yeah, it refers to undefined volume. So we're absolutely able to get to this file. So that file exists, and it's just the volume that we have an issue with. So let me try this. It's only exposed, right, via GitHub.workspace. But we're passing it in via GitHub Workspace here. And that's like well documented. Right? I mean, we can add it, but I don't think this is going to change much. Right? This is a well-documented thing that should definitely be there like that. I still think it's down to how interpolation is working downstream, like in the compose file. Yeah, I don't really think that's the issue. Git push origin main having empty output is a huge problem, man. I really don't think that's the issue. I could have put it before the Bazel build part too, and then it'd be quicker. Any minute now. Will it blend? No, it's definitely not going to blend, but we want to see what we're getting as a log afterwards. Now, we see the path we're expecting, actually, totally fine. Right? So that value is exactly what we wanted. I just wonder if the Docker Compose part is getting past what we expected from there. And debugging the Docker Compose part is not as straightforward as we would like. I'm not even certain we need the Docker Compose part. This could just be a Docker command. And then the volume is passed in via CLI. The command is CLI. I wonder if I need to do it like that instead. I don't think this is right. But we can try it. Try. Yeah. Spelling's an illusion. Good spelling doubly so. Hold up. All right, I'm not blocked by HTMX yet. I just commented on someone else commenting on it, and that's not ideal. Yes, and a happy smallpox blanket day to you as well. Yeah, for sure, Bob. Enjoy your dry turkey. Enjoy your dry turkey and canned cranberry sauce. Yeah, day after Thanksgiving, buy up all the turkeys. Yeah, exactly. Duh. Duh. Me either. It's really good in soup. Like a legit turkey soup. Solid. That was actually the best part of Thanksgiving for the last, 5 years I gave a shit about it. And that was ages ago. But my mom makes an amazing turkey, soup that, you can freeze and store and have for later. I don't have a big enough freezer. I'd have to get a chest freezer to make up for it. Was it the kind with cream in it? No, it's basically like a chicken soup, but it's more like a turkey soup. There was less noodle type stuff in it, and more just the veggies that make up the content. So there'd be that one, I forget the name of it, but the one that's like the Fibonacci sequence, right? The golden rule or the golden ratio, like plant. I think it's part of like the broccoli family, but it's got like the weird like patterns and it's all like, Fibonacci. About the first Thanksgiving? You mean smallpox blanket Thanksgiving? That's literally what the first Thanksgiving was. Happy smallpox blanket day. Oh, shit. Did it blend? Am I a fucking genius? Did I figure it out? Did our interpolation pass? The answer is yes. I do need to add, will it blend to the CI/CD pipeline? You're not wrong. This right here, instead of escaping it with brackets, I just passed it directly. Ooh, SpongeBob case that shit. That way you know it's good. All right, so I definitely stayed up way too late last night. I got some YouTube stuff I need to record in the morning. I'm already kind of feeling a bit tired and sleepy and like ready to just like, just chill for the night. But we got gaming stream, we got food to cook. I have no idea what food I'm going to cook actually. Is it another like potato and onion day? That might be the move. I know this is a little early for us to end, but I started a bit early today, and I want to kind of get back to like the 11 a.m.-ish start time. We can work ourselves back up to it. I think I want to start again around like 11 a.m. some days. I got some stuff to record tomorrow. We put in effort. We got pretty far. Dude, we did some good shit today. I even applied to React Miami here on stream today too. I got another thing I want to probably do with React Miami as well. But yeah, I'm thinking. I think we solved this problem. Yeah, I submitted like a workspace or like a workshop or a whatever they called it. I submitted like the day 2 thing where I'd spend a good like 45 minutes. I'd talk about what ASTs are, what they can do, and then we'd like walk through creating an AST based tool to find, undefined environment variables. I would practice that. We'd showcase it here on stream before we go and do the talk. But yeah, I think that would be fun. So I submitted that. I think it'd be good. I think it's somewhat unique content. I can't imagine anyone else making the exact same workshop or whatever. So that'd be good. But yeah, I think at this point, I kind of want to eat some food. Maybe catch up on some sleep because for some reason I went to sleep at like 3 a.m. last night. Now I woke up at like basically 11, so I should have gotten enough sleep, but I'm still recovering from COVID, so I wouldn't mind a little bit more sleep just to fully recover. I do need to consume a multivitamin here on Gaming Stream. So yeah, we're going to go head over to Gaming Stream here in a little bit. We should go raid somebody. I see Algo Bro still going. I haven't had a chance to raid Algo in ages. I know, yep. Acorn's still going too. Acorn kills it. She's awesome. It's basically a coin flip between raiding Acorn and Algo Bro. We'll go Algo Bro first. And if I start streaming earlier in the day, I'll end sooner as well, and that means I get more chances to raid Acorn as well too. And then we'll do the random, 10-hour stream in which I go till 9 p.m. or whatever. Who gives a shit, right? I'll totally do those too, but today is not that day. So let's go raid Algo Bro. Again, this was like a 50-50 coin flip. I was already lurking Algo Bro, so let's go raid Algo Bro. Let's do it. I'll be over on Gaming Stream here in just a little bit. Love to see y'all over there. If you're not aware of what Gaming Stream is, it's where I kind of just hang out. Yesterday, I recorded an entire YouTube video. Technically, not the entire YouTube video. I have a section I need to record tomorrow morning to actually complete the video. But yep, I'll do that. And then we'll have hopefully a new YouTube video here. I want to say Wednesday morning. Probably Wednesday morning is when we'll do that. But yeah. Yeah, what am I going to play? I have no idea, girl. I have no clue. You need to head over there and actually vote and help me pick, because too many of the people that hang out and lurk don't have an opinion on what game I should play. They do have an opinion, but they won't tell me. You know how I know how they have an opinion? Because if I play Madden, they all leave. So I know they have an opinion. If I could give them an option of anything but Madden, hopefully they'd vote for that. I don't know for sure. But yeah, seriously, I know people have opinions. They just don't tell me what they want to see played. I'll say it. I say it all the time, and crickets. Right? So yeah, anyway. See you guys over on Algo Bros. See you guys over on gaming. Later.